What up, YouTube? It's your boy Danielanos back again. Sports enthusiast, sports fan, back again. Videos are probably just gonna end up being like on the weekends. Thankfully, your boy is a college student, so going for still in his undergrad. He's probably, yes, myself speaking in third person here. I'm probably, since this is my last semester, by the way, I'm a senior, last semester. Difficult times, unfortunately, during COVID. Hate to see it, but I'm persevering, doing online classes, etc., etc. What else was I gonna say? Thankfully my schedule isn't too hard because I did a 6-class 18 credit semester my previous semester. So although I have 5 classes this semester, they're kind of easy, in the sense of which one of them is asynchronous, so that's basically a self-taught class. And then one of them I think I'm only going to meet 4 times out of my whole year for my capstone. And because of that, I have Fridays and Mondays off for my classes. So that's probably when I'm going to record and shoot videos and when I upload stuff over the weekend now. During the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm probably going to be working, doing classes, working out, doing homework, etc. And moving forward, there might be some weekends where I maybe not be able to do videos when homework gets a little crazy, but I don't think that will be a problem this semester if I do use my time correctly. Honestly, I should still be able to record stuff at the time I want to record them. So right now, what's on the docket? Well, over the weekend, I probably should have previewed this for tomorrow, but since there's not much tomorrow, I felt like just talking about a bunch of stuff. So first and foremost, it's championship weekend for the NFL playoffs. First, we start out with the NFC Championship game, which is the Bucs at the Packers. It is a rematch from week 6 or 7. Brady versus Rodgers. Honestly, it couldn't have been any better than this. Honestly, if you look at it in a vacuum, the argument is you can make the argument for us being the second best QB in the NFC. Breeze was honestly, I don't want to say he was carried, although he looked halfway decent before the rib injury, but after the rib injury, he kind of got exposed. This dude wasn't really throwing the ball down the field. So overall, honestly, right now, I think those are the top 2 QBs in the NFC. Well, certainly the hottest 2 QBs, Rodgers obviously being probably going to be the league MVP. And aside from that Packers game, that's his truly only horrible game. Aside from that, he's been playing spectacular throughout the season, although there's a couple games where he looked kind of meh, like Jacksonville and Carolina, and then the second half of the Colts game. But aside from that, this dude's been incredible this year. 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. And then he kind of just bodied the number 1 defense in the league, which did not, to be fair though, it wasn't all him. That number 1 defense got ran on by the 3 running back attack. And Brady's been the hottest QB, the second hottest QB in the NFC. I think he's been even hotter than Rodgers towards the end, I want to say. Well, in the month of December at the very least. You could go either way. Their defense stepped up last week. In the previous matchup, they gave him the work. They gave him the business. Rodgers folded like a beach chair, unfortunately, when they played in Tampa the last time they played. It was 38-10. They made them one-dimensional, which the Bucs defense is good, and which is their strength, is their front four and the run and their linebackers. Shaq Barrett, Devin White, JPP, etc., etc. Literally, they're number 1 in the run defense. So if they stop the run against the Packers, they should be good. And they were able to pressure him. Todd Bowles was heavy on the pressure in the first matchup. But since then, Rodgers has not gotten roughed up since. His line has been the best line, arguably, of all of football this season, aside from that blip with the Buccaneers game. So it'll be interesting to see if the blitz packages get through to Rodgers again. And it'll be interesting to see if the Packers offensive line has like evolved or grown exponentially to the point where the running game will dominate and Packers won't face, or Rodgers won't face any pressure whatsoever. And if that's the case, Green Bay should win kind of handily if they're allowed to just do what they want. But I feel like since they have the Buccaneers defense has the recipe to like affect them, I think it should be interesting, because I don't think they're gonna get the same amount of rushing yards they did in their first matchup. So it'll be interesting. Don't want to bet against Brady, but I might go. Let's see. What do I want to go with this? I think I'm gonna go. It's gonna be closer than people think. Some people are thinking the Packers are far and away the best team in football now after their performance. Personally, for me, I think they're beatable as long as you're able to stop the run. That's just my mindset. So what kind of score? I think I might go. I'll go 31-27 Packers. That's the way I see it. I don't think Brady's gonna get blown out in the championship game. It'll be a super competitive game. Hopefully it's a classic between two of the all-time greats. One statistically, one with the championship, so a lot of storylines with that one. But if Rodgers loses, oof, my God, what would that do to his legacy? That will be a stain in the legs of which I honestly, Rodgers needs to win this weekend. That's all I gotta say. And then on the flip side, the AFC, we got two of the young guns. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City, home and hosting the AFC Championship game against the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to Bills Mafia. Two of the young guns, Mahomes versus Allen. Allen throwing himself with growing rather. This was a crazy growth spurt from year 2 to year 3. He like exploded this season, because the knock against him was his accuracy, and dude improved. I think he almost had like 70% or high 60% completion percentage, and that's like absurd considering he was like high 50 last year, or he might have been mid 50 last year, and that's like horrible in this day and age. Right now he's the healthier of the two QBs. Both defenses can be had. It's just that they have some studs on both. They have studs on the defensive side where they're able to create turnovers. Tre'Davious Wright, Tremaine Edmonds, Tyron Johnson with the pick 6, Honey Badger, Chris Jones, Kenny Clark. So those are the stars defensively for both the Chiefs and the Bills. Might be a scoring fest. Hopefully Holmes is like, he's obviously not going to be 100%, but if he's close to it, I think it should be a really fun game. I don't know who I want to pick, because on one hand, the Bills are a one-dimensional team. They don't have a running game. They really don't. To be fair, the Chiefs' like only true loss, because I'm not counting that Chargers loss when they were not even trying with their backups. They lost to an air attack from the Raiders. So if anybody's going to do it, it would be Josh Allen, which overall, I said Brady was the hottest in the NFC, but literally the last couple weeks, he might be the hottest QB in all of football. Aside from maybe Rodgers, but I think Allen has been even hotter, so to say. Diggs, Beasley, Davis, that's a good set of weapons to help him win, honestly. So if anybody can upset the Chiefs, it'll be him for this particular season. With the season he's had, he's been really good. And like I said, their weakness could be exposed. And it's not even their weakness. They just got exposed that one game. The problem is the Bills are a one-dimensional team and they don't have the running game. On the flip side, I heard Clyde Edwards-Helaire is coming back. So, and the first time they met, it's another rematch, by the way. I failed to mention that. I think the first matchup was like week 5, week 6, and the Chiefs won 26-17. And they won because they were balanced. They didn't let Mahomes beat them. They allowed Clyde Edwards-Helaire to beat them. They picked their poison, and that's what happened. They got ran on. I don't know if the Chiefs will be able to replicate that performance. Personally, for me, I feel like the Bills' defense has gotten better as the season has also gone on. It's going to be a scoring fest. I think I'm going to go 35-31 Chiefs. Honestly, it's because I have too much belief in that roster. And I have too much belief in Mahomes and that he's just not going to lose. This dude is 24-1 in his last how many every game? Wait, is he 24-1? I think, no, wait. I got to go back. He might be like, they went 14-2 this season and then their playoff run last year. So he's 20-something and 2 in his last 26, 27 games. And that's like 28, 30, like 20-something and 2 in his last 28 to like 30 games. That's kind of crazy if you really think about it. Dude's just a winner. Although the knock against him is that he's like been blessed with such great weapons, but my argument with that is Alex Smith looked really good with those weapons, and all he made it to was either a wild card exit or divisional round exit. So that is my argument for the people who think he's just blessed with good players. That's what I think is going to happen. So I think it's going to be a Packers-Chiefs Super Bowl, and I'm expecting really great games. That's all the time I have for my NFL Championship Weekend Preview. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.